All right, so like I said, today we're going to do integers. We're going to do all operations with integers, okay? So negatives and positives. And I'm going to open my new markers so I can play with them. Yay. All right. All right, so every time I teach integers, I've taught integers, I always like to use minions because minions are fun. Okay, you guys know what minions are, right? Yes, no? Do you guys know what minions are? You can talk. It's alright if you're on the video. Like these guys. So those are your minions, okay? So you have those kinds of minions, and then you have these kinds of minions also. Okay, do you guys remember those minions? So we got the bad ones and the good ones. Okay? So operations with integers. So we're going to use the minions to do operations with integers, okay? All right, so let's start off with something super simple. Let's do addition first. So say I have 2 plus 1. Well, what's 2 plus 1? Well, it's 3, obviously, right? So 3. Okay, but you have to realize what you're actually doing, okay? So this, what kind of 2 is that? Is that a positive or negative? That's a positive 2, right? That's a positive 2, and that's also a positive 1, okay? So that gives us 3. So really what you have is this. Let's call these guys the positive guys. And he's being added to one of those. So it's like we're doing that. So these 2 yellow minions plus another yellow minion, well, they're all buddies, right? They're all friends. So they all join up together, and they're 3, okay? So that is adding integers, okay? So now let's do the same thing. But this time let's do negative 2 plus negative 1. And I'm going to put parentheses, that way you don't get confused with the plus and the negative sign. Okay, remember that's a negative sign, that's not a minus sign. Okay, so if I have 2 negatives plus 1 negative, well, I'm going to have to use these dudes now. Okay, so let's find some of those dudes. They're all stuck together. All right, here we go. We got 2 negatives plus 1 negative. So we'll call these guys the negative guys, okay? Because these are the bad guys. And, well, they don't fight either because they're all buddies also. So when we add them together, they just join up and we get negative 3. Okay? So that's how that works. Okay? So these guys are all buddies. They're good to go. Everybody's happy. Okay? All right, but it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes they have to fight. So let's say I have negative 2 plus 1. Okay, so this time we have these negative minions. So we have 2 of those dudes. So let's do 2 negative minions, and that's blank. All right, so 2 negative minions, and to that we are going to add, oh no, it's on now. All right, so to that we're going to have 1 little yellow minion. So are they going to fight or are they going to join up? Well, they're going to fight, man. They're going to fight. These 2, it's a one-on-one fight always, okay? They don't gang up. All right, so these 2 are going to fight each other to the death, okay? So they're going to die, poor minions. And I don't have my red marker anymore, so let's just say they're dead and now there's just blood everywhere, okay? Got it? So now they're gone, and now he's the only one that's left. So what's my answer? Well, my answer is negative 1. Okay, let's clean up the blood. All right, so my answer is negative 1. Okay? So again, a replay. We had these 2 dudes, negatives, and 1 positive. These 2 said, hey, what are you looking at? Nothing, what are you looking at? And they killed each other, and now there's only him left. Okay, so the answer for that one would be negative 1. Okay? All right, let's do another one. Now let's do 2 plus negative 1. Okay? So here we have 2 yellow dudes. So let's go ahead and get some yellow dudes. So this time we got 2 yellow dudes, and then we have our 1 purple dude. Okay? So what's going to happen? Are they going to fight or are they going to join up? Well, they're going to fight. They're different. We got the yellow ones and we got the purple ones. Again, these two are going to look at each other and say, what are you looking at? Nothing. What are you looking at? Boom, fight. And he's left all by himself, so he is the answer. So my answer is going to be a positive 1. Okay? Does everybody understand the minion math? It's easy, huh? When you picture minions killing each other? All right. So that is operations with addition, okay? Addition. Okay, so now let's do subtraction. All right, so let's keep it simple. Let's do, I don't know, 4 minus 2. All right, so 4 minus 2 is obviously going to be 2, right? That's an easy problem, okay? But it gets confusing when you start throwing negative numbers in there, okay? So like this one I can do with the minions. I can do 4. Oh, these are yellow. So these are 4, because that's a positive 4. Okay, so I do 4 of those dudes. There you go. Alright, so here we have 4 positive minions, and from them, what am I going to take away? I'm going to take away 2, right? So it says minus 2 positive. That's a positive 2, because it does not have a negative sign. This is a minus sign, not a negative sign, okay? So I take away 2, and those are gone. And I'm left with 2, and that's my answer. Okay, so that's how subtraction works. That's super simple subtraction. It's not always going to be that simple. Okay, all right. One thing you have to remember, and you should probably write this down, is this rule: the 2-stick rule. Okay, the 2-stick rule is this. Okay, the 2-stick rule is it's a different way of looking at subtraction. Okay, because now we're dealing with negatives and positives, so it's going to get confusing. If you do the 2-stick rule, it'll be easy. Okay, so look, 2-stick rule only happens in the middle. Okay, so only there. So let's write that down too. Only in the middle. Okay, so the 2-stick rule only happens right there in the middle in that orange box. So here's the 2-stick rule in action. Ready? So what you do is you put 1 stick there, and you put 1 stick there. Okay, and that's it. 2-stick rule happens in the middle. Okay, so now let's replay it with the minions now. All right, so the first one we got is a 4 positive. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 minions, yellow happy minions. And this time we're gonna add 11, or no, we're gonna add 2 negative minions. Okay. So what's going to happen? Well, they're going to fight. So these two are going to look at each other like, hey, what are you looking at? Nothing. No, fight, dead. Okay, now these two are going to look at each other and say, hey, no, leave me alone, fight. And now they're all dead. And all we're left with is 2 positive. So we still got the same answer, even though now we did it with negative minions. Instead of just taking away the 2 positive minions, this time we threw in some negatives, and then we still got the same answer. Okay, so the 2-stick rule makes it a little bit easier because now when you're dealing with negatives and positives, they're going to be fighting. Okay, so when you do the 2-stick rule, then you can actually play out the fight. Okay, let's do some more. Okay, so that was 4 minus 2. So let's do 4 minus negative 2. All right, so 4 minus negative 2. That one's kind of weird because look, if we act it out right now as it sits, we're going to start off with 4 positive minions. So let's do 4 positive minions right there. And from that, we need to take away 2 negative minions. Okay, so I don't have any negative minions. I don't have 2 negatives to take away from here. So what do I do? Well, what you do is you add a pair, a 0 pair. So this right here is known as a 0 pair. And why is it known as 0 pair? Because those two are already dead. They already fought each other and they're dead. They're worth nothing. That sounds horrible, but I know. So you're gonna add a bunch of 0 pairs, and you can add like a million 0 pairs. You can add as many as you want. Okay? But we got to get to where we can take away 2 negatives. So let's throw in another 0 pair. Okay? And let's throw in another 0 pair. Like I said, you can add as many as you want. So there's another one. Okay? So again, it's still just 4. This is worth 0. So all these, this guy, and this guy, are worth nothing, okay? They're worth 0 because they cancel each other out. They kill each other, okay? But now I can do what I want. I need to take away 2 negatives. So here, let's say I take away these 2 right here. So I take away those 2. I can go ahead and remove him because this only applies to him now. Okay, I can take these guys away because they are worth nothing. They are a 0 still, so I can take those guys away. And now I'm left with these 2 dudes, these 2 positive dudes. So now I can put them with them. They're all buddies. They're all friends. So my answer is going to be 6 positive minions. Okay? So again, quick replay. Ready? So again, from those 4, we needed to take away 2 negatives. Well, I don't have any negatives, so I'm going to add some 0 pairs. Okay, so here's a 0 pair, here's a 0 pair. Okay, now I can do what I need. I need to take away 2 negatives, so sorry losers, you're gone. So now I took away my 2 negatives, and I'm left with these 2 little lonely positives, but they can join up with them because they're all friends. So there is my answer, 6 positive minions. Okay, if we do the 2-stick rule, look how much easier it gets. Ready? So look, 2-stick rule happens again, only in the middle. So I do 1 stick there, 1 stick there. So now it doesn't say 4 minus -2, it says 4 plus 2. And 4 plus 2 is 6. So you see how easy the 2-stick rule makes it? We changed it. We changed the operation and we changed the sign to the second number. And now it just became 4 plus 2 and we still got the same answer. It's still right. Okay? So that's how the 2-stick rule helps us. Alright, let's do another one. So this time we're going to make the 4 a negative. So we're going to do -4 minus +2 equals. So let's pull out some minions. So first thing, 4 negatives. Let's get these purple dudes. And I know they're not purple, but you can picture them being purple. Because in the movie they were purple. Alright, so I got 4. I've got my 4 negative minions. And from them I need to take away 2 positives. Well, again, I don't have any. I can't take away anything. So I need to add some 0 pairs. So again, I can add as many as I want. So that's a 0 pair. That's worth nothing because they're both dead. And I can add another one. Again, that's worth nothing because they're both dead. But now I can do what I want. I can take away 2 positives. Okay? So, sorry dudes, you're out of here. And now I'm left with nothing but negative minions. So they can all join up. Hey, what's up guys? So now they're all together. So that's my answer. So my answer is -6. Okay? Quick replay. That, and then 0 pairs. So -4, take away. I can add as many 0 pairs as I want. I could add 10,000 of them if I want. Who cares? They're worth nothing. And from now, I can take away 2 positives. So sorry, losers, you're out of here. So now I'm left with these guys. They all join up, and they're all happy, and they're all crazy, but they're all together. And I get -6. Okay? So that's the replay using that. Now let's do a 2-stick rule, the easy way. Again, 2-stick rule, only here in the middle. 1 stick there, 1 stick there. So now I have -4 plus -2. Okay, so -4 plus -2 looks like this. I got -4 here and -2 here. So these guys are not going to fight. They're all friends. So I got my -4 plus, let's go ahead and put a plus sign there. My -2, again, they are not going to fight. So they're going to join up together. And they're all happy, and I still get my answer of -6. It's still correct. Still the right answer. Okay? Easy stuff, huh? Alright, so now let's do... How are we looking on time? We're almost done. Alright, -4 minus -2. Okay? So now we have -4 minus -2. Alright, almost done. And again, I'm going to put parentheses there, that way you don't confuse the negative with the minus. And let's do it. So -4, I have -4 minions right there. And from that, I need to take away 2 negatives. So that one I can do. So my answer is -2. Okay? Now let's do a 2-stick rule style. 1 stick there, 1 stick there. 4 plus 4 negatives plus 2 positives. So that one, there's going to be some fighting going on. These two are going to fight and die. These two are going to fight and die. And I'm left with this 2, which is -2. Same answer. Okay? And that is adding and subtracting with minions. Okay? Learning the 2-stick rule and operations with integers, adding and subtracting.